BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back to a flat market. Basically, the FOMC yesterday was a non-event, so it's just basically left the charts to float around trading more or less within their ranges. So with that, I'm still favouring continuation in the current trends. So that would be Dixie up, that would also be Bitcoin up, and altcoins up. But there's no aggressive move, and especially today, where it's almost like a come down after the event, really. So oil's coming down, which is good. S&P futures actually coming down as well. We'll look at these on dailies on traditional markets here, and obviously the Dixie so far is above that 103, so that 105.3. So we might be looking for the breakout today. Normally Thursdays, just on a anecdotal level, can be a bit of a flat or down day for the most part, so we're just looking at nothing really taking place at this point in the day. I wouldn't be surprised if everything does start to continue in their trends towards the end of the afternoon with American markets opening. The Bank of England just doing their rate hikes as well today, so that's affected the Dixie a little bit, and again it's only a little bit because the UK economy is well, it's just a drop in the ocean these days, isn't it? So back on the 12 hourly then for Bitcoin, we can see the 200 exponential, which is a death cross retest, getting tagged over the last 48 hours, similar to the big one that took place over here, big rejection from there. So the main thing I would be looking at right now on this, as far as current price action is concerned, is to break and close a 12 hourly above 27,500. It'll give us that power to continue moving on. If we move over to a 4 hourly, you can actually see a golden cross about to be formed. There's already one on the simple moving averages, and the exponential's not quite done it. So these aren't signals. Obviously, I always say this every time. It's not a signal in itself, but what it is, it should be showing strength of trend. And on the short term, we've not had a golden cross in a little while. The last one we had was this one over here, in the face of a, well, you could argue that this is basically a contrived cross really that was formed in that giant big move up really. Prior to that we had one over here, shot all the way up, and prior to that we had one over here, which obviously they all look good in hindsight, don't they? So look, the best way to look at these would be to get the cross, retest the cross, and take a position on that retest, because if it's going to hold, it'll hold there, and if it fails to hold, you can get stopped out pretty quickly and either flip bearish or wait for brighter days really. So I'll be looking for this one to come down and retest the 26,700 zone in a perfect world. On a 4 hourly, you take that position around there and see if we can form that, well, V-shaped recovery basically from this move up and a consolidation from that. So it's not a bad scenario. It's quite a good setup really, one worth trying, I would say. And one of those trades that doesn't take long to know if you're wrong. But as it stands at this very moment in time, further downside is probably most likely, and if we're going to get a bounce, it'll be around that area. Really, there's not much more to say about it. We can see that we're red across the board now. Like I say, it's the hangover after the FOMC, so not really seeing anything amazing right now. But my bias remains to the up, because that's what it looks like to me as far as trend is concerned. And if we're going to have significant further upside, it'll be caught around this level, this 26,700-ish area. That's where the next move should begin from, taking us up to obviously the previous rejection, 27,005, then 28,005, then probably at that point into the 30s and maybe even a new local high. Some of these altcoins are already looking better than Bitcoin. Link is one that's already far ahead of all the others. So double golden cross on the 4 hourly and above this major area, this 660. RNDR is obviously doing the same as well. We crossed above the main area, 160. Atom, again, another one that's looking relatively good, but still lagging behind the others. We got the golden cross yet to be formed. We've got a simple moving average golden cross and blah blah blah. I don't know why these ones are up here. I wasn't really particularly interested in these, but these are the ones that I'm most interested in the short term at the moment. Not because they're super amazing, but because their charts generally, for the most part, look better than Bitcoin's. But like I say, if you want to take the risk on altcoins, obviously we all know the risk there. But I'm happy. These are the two that I've been trading recently. Right, that's basically it. So a little bit of further downside, retest the golden cross, take a position around there, and then hopefully sell that up into the 30,000s. That is my plan, based on what I can see. Certain altcoins obviously might emphasize that move. We're talking Link, Atom, RNDR, but for the most part, altcoins aren't quite as strong as Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's not the strongest thing you've ever seen in the world, but it could start moving up from this level, which is this is the setup, and whatever Bitcoin does usually is good for the rest of the market. But obviously we know that it's been leading the market, so most altcoins aren't there. They just don't have the power. They don't have the liquidity. They don't have the power. There's certain things that might pop as a result of Bitcoin moving up, and they're the ones that have got the stronger charts on the shorter term time frames, like the ones I've just shown, and probably quite a lot of others. But for the most part, Bitcoin has the better chart, and so you should expect it to perform better than most altcoins. Right, I'll leave it with you there. That's not much more to say about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.